Hello, welcome to our Thursday Business News Report. It's now time to bring you a feature on the show today as we focus on the energy sector. Now, cooking gas is gradually getting beyond the reach of the average Nigerian as many have to turn to other alternatives. A kilogram of cooking gas is now well over 625 naira or even more, depending on the location, forcing many households and eateries, especially in urban centers, to seek alternative means of cooking. Now, despite a proven estimate of 206.53 trillion standard cubic feet of natural gas deposits in the country as of June this year, the price of cooking gas has surged higher beyond the reach of Nigerians, with about 5 increases recorded in at least 3 months. In our price watch list, now prices of various kilograms of liquefied petroleum gas has surged more than 50%, with a 12.5 kg content selling for about 7,000 to 7,800 naira, rising from 6,500 in less than about a month. Records of gas price tags indicates that the market has begun to hike the product price from April this year, rising from around 3,600 naira for 12.5 kg cylinder to 4,200, and by May, gas filling plants sold 12.5 kg kilograms for 4,700, while it reached about 5,000 naira in June and 5,700 naira in early July. Now, the Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency recently reported that the volume of LPG supplied in August fell by 20.5% to hit 85,264.803 metric tons compared to 107,224.58 metric tons supplied in the month of July, and also 102,787.234 metric tons in the month of June. The sharp decline, according to so many dealers, might just lead further to upward pressure on the retail prices of the product. Well, joining me now to discuss this and much more virtually, I have Shina Luwoye, the Chief Executive Officer of ECOGAS Energy Resources. Good to have you on the breakfast show this morning.
Good morning, David.
Now, the current surge in the price of cooking gas is quite alarming, to say the least. We have seen well over 50% increase in the refill of a 12.5 kg, for example, across the country. What will you say are the fundamentals fueling this, beyond the current narrative of the volume of imports we are highly dependent on versus our production base?
Thank you very much, David. I've always enjoyed watching TVC News, and your contributions to contemporary issues in Nigeria has been very, very good. Talking about LPG price in Nigeria, just like you have enumerated, we have seen price moving for 12.5 kg, moving from about 4,500 naira in May to about 7,000 naira per 12.5 kg units in retail outlets as at last week. What are the fundamentals driving this change? Number one, there's a seasonal factor in it. Right now in Northern Hemisphere, it is very cold, and they are moving very close to the extreme weather. Therefore, they need more heat. And that has driven the international price of crude oil, which ultimately affects all the energy value chains that we derive from crude oil. Butane that we consume in Nigeria as LPG is also affected by this factor. The other factor is that we have very minimal domestic supply to the market. LNG currently supply about 450,000 metric tons to the Nigerian market, whereby we need 1.5 million metric tons to adequately cater for the needs of about 250 million Nigerians that we have. So that's a huge gap. Now, the other factor is between June and September, we have seen Naira losing over 25% of our value, from 365 Naira in June or July to 410 Naira official rates now. You can't even get it at the official market. Most of the importers of LPG have to get the dollar from the parallel markets and up to about 560 and 570 naira to a dollar last week. And that can tell you why you see the naira value of LPG in Nigeria going up. So, apart from the naira exchange rate, the seasonal factor, there are also the issue of taxes. Between May and now, PPPRA, when it was established about 20 years ago in Obasanjo era, its purview did not include LPG. Today, PPPRA is charging 5 naira for every kg of LPG you are consuming. So therefore, for 12.5 kg of LPG, PPPRA has driven.
So now, Mr. Luwoye, if I may butt in at this point in time now, let's also look at measures. What sort of measures, Mr. Luwoye, what sort of measures do you see us adopting to ensure that we have aggressive cost-cutting measures at this point in time to make cooking gas much more affordable for the everyday Nigerian and not tilt the balance back to heavy reliance on coal and other energy sources which aren't necessarily clean? Mr. Luwoye, I'll take that question again. I'm asking, to what extent do you see us also adopting cost-cutting measures that will bring down the prices of cooking gas so that we don't have that narrative of going back to a heavy reliance on coal and other energy sources that aren't so clean? Well, we just lost Mr. Shina Luwoye, the Chief Executive Officer of ECOGAS Energy Resources Ltd. We're definitely speaking about the rising cost of cooking gas and how much of an impact it has on Nigerians and their pocket, and also looking at LPG penetration. And you said in the country, it's been quite an increasing level of spike we've recorded in the first half of this year and now entering into the second half of the year, with even the third quarter recording even much more spikes as well. Well, that's it for now from the business desk.